Hey everybody, this is Haeravon,
And Nocturnia.
and this is the third part of our first Diablo 3 playthrough. Last time we beat the crap out of Leoric, and now we're moving on to the Fields of Misery.
Yay!
Yay! Now, I remember the first act had a lot of dips and rises in victory or difficulty, and this was one of the rise parts where it got very for some reason the learning curve on those stupid wood wraiths, those trees, was very, very difficult for us to figure. Don't stand in the poison, okay, kiddies? Don't stand in their poison. I don't know why we're too retarded to learn that, but don't stand in the poison.
I don't tend to stand in their poison, but I don't tend to get near things.
No, you're a wizard. You don't have to. I'm just like punching. Why does my health go away? Poison. Is that yeah.
Well, there I just didn't. It showed up suddenly underneath my feet. That's not my fault.
And also those beasts. I think that's literally what they're called, beasts.
Maybe.
Those giant bull auroch whatever things. Those are pretty rough.
We both want the ring, but we know there's poison. Yes. Mine.
We'll have a bit of an outtake later where we get wiped a few times by a champion of those beast things. It's later on in the act, but we'll have that video up to show how much we suck at this game, or at least how much we did then.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
It's pathetic. Now we're fighting a lightning enchanted boss, and I remember in Diablo 2 they were pretty much the bane of existence.
Yeah, seriously.
And they're not so bad in this one. You can get some bad combinations later on, like
he's like out for my
he's
blood.
after you. But you can get combinations like Waller, Plagued, Arcane Enchanted, or Desecrator, crap like that can do some damage to you. But all in all, I don't think the unique monster combinations are as bad in Diablo 3.
Maybe in the bigger difficulties.
Now here's this random event that sometimes occurs in the Fields of Misery. This is one of Diablo 3's awful little jokes. Oh, she's nodded off. That's retarded. Blizzard, you should be ashamed of yourself.
I like it. Games need more of those stupid things. Just moments of dumb jokes.
Now, without going into the story too much, I think right now we're looking for a sword shard. Is that what the screen just told us? Because blah blah, who cares? Something we need. We won't get into the story too much.
Fighting goatmen. That's unusual. Never did that before.
Never did that in a Diablo game.
Hate them in Diablo 1.
Well, you hate them because they're archers. I mean, everything that's an archer is just awful in that game.
Archer, and there's tons of them everywhere. Always. Just popping up and shooting you to death. Behind things. That's why I was never a warrior on that game, because I had to run up to something.
You can't be.
You have to die.
You have to chase every individual enemy down in Diablo. It's like, just play a sorcerer, okay?
Yeah, play a sorcerer. Wave of flame, wave of flame, wave of flame. Screw you.
See, I was personally more fond of chain lightning in Diablo 1.
Well, you suck. I used flame wave a lot.
Yeah, well, chain lightning for the win.
Flame wave for the win in the hills. You can kill succubi before they're even on your screen.
Anyways, there's this stupid witch here named Magda who's challenging us for control of the sword piece, and her idea is just to summon up a bunch of wussy Coven members and... Coven. Whatever. Anyways, she failed. We take the sword. Win is for us. We'll be seeing more of her.
A winner is us, or something.
And now, like all good Diablo players, we've got to loot around a bit because, you know, that's how life was meant to be.
What are we supposed to be doing?
Where are we? Oh, right, that glowing thing on the map. The sword we came here for. We should probably grab that. There we go. Good us.
Yay.
Now, this is just a little bit later. We've got to go through this scripted event to get on with the game. We've got one of the game's main NPCs, Leah, trailing around with us.
And waiting forever for the Scoundrel to open this gate. I hate that. Especially when you're trying to do a quick run through and you just have to wait. Blah, 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 blah.
I thought for a second that you could skip that by going into your inventory, but that only works on some in-game text. No, it doesn't.
Makes it take longer.
Doesn't work on that. It just wastes more of your time. Anyways, Scoundrel's girlfriend has some relic he wants, and bandits are trying to get said relic, so of course it's somehow our job to bust them up.
Well, we happened upon it.
Yeah.
And we're heroes, so we get involved in everybody's business. Because we're heroic like that. Murdering a bunch of people. Yes.
It does seem weird to be fighting humans in a Diablo game, doesn't it? I mean, they're not even like demonic humans, they're thieves. It's like, what do I care about brigands now? I mean, we're fighting the forces of hell. I guess
they're on the way.
I guess they just wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah, get out of our way, dudes.
Now the game's insinuating something about us being Nephalem here, and you know,
I figured that a long time ago when you get your Nephalem glory.
I know the game's not very subtle about it. It's
like, oh really? I might be a Nephalem. Oh, of course I'm not a Nephalem. I only get Nephalem glory.
Yeah, no, they didn't really hide it very well. I mean, you get halfway through the first act and they're talking, oh, you're Nephalem, maybe. Yeah, we figured it out. We looked at our status screen when stuff started popping up while we were fighting. So, you know, why would we be getting this if we weren't Nephalem? Whatever.
Yeah. I just assumed I was when it first came up.
Diablo 3, its secrets are skin deep.
Yeah. Random event.
Here's another random event in the Festering Woods.
Yeah, this is one that never shows up when I'm on single player, so I can't count it towards the challenges. It never shows up for me. I've tried it like 6 times now.
Just recently in Inferno mode, I had one of these show up. I think it was the Eternal War or Endless War or something like that.
Oh, yeah. I had that show
And
up too.
it was the first time it happened for me, and it took me, 3 characters to have it show up, running them through Inferno mode.
I wasn't on Inferno mode. I was starting a new monk, and it was normal mode, and it was Master 1 difficulty. Being babied by my wizard, because I'm lazy.
Now, I'd just like to point out here that I'm still not much in the way of using my abilities, I don't think. I'm using that dropkick more, but
I use mine all the time.
She's found about half of her abilities.
Yeah, now I've stopped using the X button most of the time.
Nocturnia has hit her stride here. And I'm still sticking with that dropkick, which I'm not.
I'm still fighting enemies. He's picking everything up.
Literally everything.
Yeah, even like garbage.
Now we're still pretty noob at this game. We still like white items. They're worth picking up.
Yeah, I kind of resigned myself to not being able to pick up anything.
Yeah. You and your whining.
I don't even get potions.
See, I just used that blinding skill. That was interesting for about 3 levels until I went, who cares if they're blinded for 3 seconds? Not when I can, suck them in and kill them with death.
Yeah, but you didn't have that.
I didn't have that then. I still have this sucky drop kick, or roundhouse kick. And one of the things I didn't like about this game is the fact that normal, regular white items, they sell for nothing. I mean...
Yeah.
You get to Inferno mode and they're starting to sell for 30 gold a piece, and it's like, I'm killing enemies that are dropping 700. Why am I wasting time and space with this? You can't imbue them. I just don't see what they're there for. They really seem to serve no purpose.
Well, now they count basic socketed items as magic items that you can break down.
Yeah, I'm still used to Diablo 2 where a gray item meant it had a socket in it, and now it means it's a piece of crap. Yeah. So I'm like, ooh, gray item, that has a socket in it. I should go and keep that in case, I need to make a rune word.
Oh, wait.
No rune. I'm very glad to see rune words go. I'm very glad to see them gone. It restores legendary items back to their pinnacle of awesomeness, and instead of having to find, the rarest rune words where a single rune was more difficult to find than some of the most unique items in the game, so you could make some, stupid weapon that nobody else would have that wouldn't work after the ladder ended. I'm so glad to see that gone.
Yeah, I never really paid attention to that anyway.
It was a little bit beyond my time in Diablo 2. Actually, it was the end of my time in Diablo 2, where they started making those rune words very prominent and having the rotating ladder characters and non-ladder BattleNet characters, and it's just like, I don't care anymore. I've built these characters up. You know, they nerf skills, they nerf items, and there's only so many times you can do it in a game before you go, okay, screw this. I'm just gonna play a different game. Instead of play the same game for the 40th time looking for slightly different gear, because now they nerfed all your old gear and skills. So...
Why'd you run back to that explosion?
I don't know. I'm so bad with explosions in this game.
Oh, what's that over there? Yeah, you were trying to steal something.
Yeah.
Thought it was something to steal. But
Glowing explosive. So I still think we're looking for pieces of this sword.
Yeah, we're looking for another shard.
And we're still dealing with Magda. That's not changing anytime soon.
This is the second piece of the sword.
Is it? Oh, right. The third one. Yeah, third one will be in the next video, I presume.
It should be. If it isn't, then
what do we do for all that time?
Yeah.
Wow, level 13 already. 3 videos, huh?
Still, I think we don't have any legendaries.
Maybe. No. I think we record where we find the first legendary. But I can't remember where that is.
That in.